Robin's with you in the afternoons.
We are here with Wellness Wednesday with Jane Ehrman of imagesofwellness.com. Hi, Jane. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Robin. Good to be here.
Well, we've heard of hypnosis over the years, but many don't know much about what is true and helpful and what is a myth. And I've just recently heard that clinical hypnosis can be beneficial for several health issues. What is hypnosis and how does it work?
Hypnosis, or clinical hypnosis, is a mind-body medicine therapy. It's similar to guided imagery. In fact, there's a 90% overlap between hypnosis and imagery. It's a highly focused state of concentration while also in a state of deep relaxation. We've all been in that kind of a state. Think about times when you've been so focused on watching a movie or a sports event that you don't hear someone calling your name or notice other things going on around you. So clinical hypnosis is often used in conjunction with other therapies. It's part of integrative medicine. When you're in that frame of mind, your conscious mind is less engaged. So in the unconscious, that's where you're able to tap into the part of your brain where your thoughts, your beliefs, perceptions, your emotions, and behaviors started. And with the help of a trained professional in hypnotherapy, you're more open to exploring the issues. This type of therapy helps you identify and then modify or replace unhelpful unconscious thoughts that drive your behaviors. You're more open to positive suggestions to making those changes. For example, when a person wants to stop smoking, clinical hypnosis enables them to explore and identify the reasons they began to smoke in the first place. Oftentimes, people don't look at that. And what needs have they been trying to meet by smoking? And that varies from person to person. So with the help of a hypnotherapist, they connect with their inner wisdom for support and the steps to release the urge to smoke, and they identify the healthy ways to meet their needs. So a hypnotherapist offers helpful suggestions that strengthen their change to healthier behaviors. What is really important is the person's desire to change and their belief in their ability to change. Hypnotic suggestions reinforce the positive changes and the person's will to succeed. So another quick example is trying to stop nausea after surgery, and that's fairly common. It's giving the suggestion that when you wake up, you will feel pleasantly hungry for your favorite foods.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, even the ice chips are tasty and calming. You can't feel pleasantly hungry and nausea at the same time. And this has been very effective when we've used this with people before surgery, so they come out of the anesthesia and are much more comfortable.
That's very interesting. I've heard of it being used to stop smoking, but I haven't heard that one. That's really interesting. What are some of the best uses of hypnosis and the benefits that people experience?
There are a ton of benefits and ways that hypnosis can be used, particularly in health. Hypnosis and guided imagery have been clinically researched for over 50 years, and it's included in many medical institutions and wellness centers as the gold standard treatment. As an advanced practice clinical hypnotherapist, I helped patients at the Cleveland Clinic address things like high-risk pregnancy and childbirth. And hypnosis is highly effective in stopping hyperemesis. That's severe nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. Also, it's helpful for cancer treatment and recovery, dealing with side effects from chemo and radiation, strengthening the immune system, relieving stress, sleep issues, fatigue, and pain management. Preparation for surgery and other medical procedures, helping the patient be deeply relaxed and have fewer complications. And this has been researched and shown that when you do this before surgery, you have fewer complications like blood loss, infection, nausea, vomiting, and it enables for faster healing, for pain management, and faster recovery and a shorter hospital stay.
Interesting.
And that hospital stay is shortened because you actually, in the hypnosis, can offer the suggestion that a person's bowel and bladder wake up quickly after general anesthesia and function normally. They can't let you leave the hospital until you move your bowels. Yeah, so it's very effective also to relieve pain and reduce opioid use post-operatively. And a lot of people are worried about taking an opioid.
Right.
Yeah. Post-traumatic stress symptoms or for chronic pain. It can speed healing and recovery from fractures, from joint replacements and burns. It helps people address that unmanaged stress that they deal with, or high blood pressure, irritable bowel, headaches, whether it's migraines or tension headaches, insomnia, anxiety, and panic attacks. That's a lot of stuff it helps.
Yeah.
Phobias. I've worked with a lot of people who are afraid of needles and they have to get injections or have an IV started, or fear of flying. I often end up doing this on an airplane, actually, when the flight attendant says somebody up here is having a hard time and they know I can help. And it's great for behavior change, stopping smoking, for weight loss, nail biting, and children who experience bedwetting. This is highly effective for little kids.
Hypnosis. Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting.
Because most of the time what it really is, if they find that there's nothing pathological going on, the child is sleeping so deeply, they don't feel the sensations of their bowel or their bladder being pretty full and waking them up to go empty it.
Right.
And so the hypnosis helps them with that. So hypnosis and imagery are highly effective in achieving peak performance, whether it's academics, test taking, sports, performing arts. Elite and Olympic athletes all use hypnosis and imagery, and I'll be speaking more about that in 2 weeks on the next segment of Wellness Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Well, it's one of those things I think people have heard a lot about. Now we've learned a lot about it, but some things maybe we think about aren't accurate. What are some of the myths about hypnosis?
Oh, there are several. One of the myths is that hypnosis is just entertainment and that it isn't really helpful. We see hypnotists entertain people on college campuses and think it's trickery.
Can I have a volunteer from the audience?
Oh, yeah. It makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. Another myth is that it's mind controlling and that you're under the control of the hypnotherapist. And we've seen that myth played out in movies, right? Whether they're children's movies or adult movies, yeah. The truth is all hypnosis is really self-hypnosis. The hypnotherapist is merely a guide. You can't make somebody do something against their will or their values or reveal secrets to you that they don't want to reveal. So anyone who quacks like a duck on stage wants to do that. No one is making them do that against their will. And if a person finds that they're quacking unnecessarily, they can come see me. I can help them with that.
That's funny.
Another myth is that you lose consciousness or have amnesia from hypnosis. Not true. People remember what they've experienced.
Oh, okay. So none of this whole I was hypnotized, I don't remember.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, how would I find a qualified hypnotherapist, especially if I didn't want to try and do it myself?
Yeah, that's a great question. A qualified hypnotherapist has specific training and credentials in hypnotherapy, and they're usually trained in medicine, psychology, nursing, dentistry, psychiatry, social work. So to find a hypnotherapist near you, talk with your healthcare provider or go online to the American Society of Clinical Hypnosis or the American Association of Professional Hypnotherapists.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing about clinical hypnosis and how many of us can benefit from us. And thanks, too, for clearing up the myths around this helpful treatment. I've been talking with Jane Ehrman of imagesofwellness.com. Thanks again. I can't wait for 2 weeks from now.
Me too. See you later.
Bye.
99.3 The Vine is owned and operated locally by Wind Down Media.